Well, good afternoon, ladies and gents. Good afternoon, ladies and gents, and folks off YouTube. I shouldn't do this looking into the sun, should I? But what a glorious evening. It's a Thursday, 7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. And I've got some work to do. And I want to answer a question someone posed to me. So you can't see a skinny thing. Whew. Well, that's better. Wow, very. Look at it, just right. I've got a halo. Look at that. I've got a halo. Tell you what, let's. Even just walking out of that, the heat's just disappeared. I feel sorry for folks like Shark Scrapper in Flow Rider, you know, and the other people sweltering away in those hot parts of the US of A. I should say Canada, but I don't think there's any hot parts of Canada. I know there is. When I went to Toronto 1978, and I think there was like a 5 or 6 week heat wave. We were there for 3 weeks. For 2 of those weeks, it was over 100 degrees every day. Beautiful. Anyway, to business. So you can see the bins are out. We're getting ready for a trip to the anvil yard tomorrow. So we've got some aluminium there. We've got the car, as usual, some fire extinguishers. But I've picked up some weed whackers, strimmers as we call them, a vacuum cleaner, some other bits and pieces in there. But tonight's vid's not about that. Tonight's vid is about that lot. You may recall a video or 2 ago. I helped a guy out who desperately needed a 24-inch crescent wrench, adjustable spanner, monkey wrench, whatever you want to call it. It was a bloody great big thing. And he'd seen it on my videos, he needed it. It was Sunday, late Sunday afternoon, there's no chance of buying one, he needed it Monday, came round. Can I swap you that for it? We came to a deal, I got that, he got my wrench. The question arises, who got the better deal? I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't have mattered if he'd give me nothing. The guy was stuck. I'd have loaned it him, but he wanted it, he needed to own it. He's not the type of guy to borrow tools. So as it is, that's what I've got. He's got my big spanner, and not a spanner, well, adjustable spanner. And someone put in the comment, I'd love to see that coil. What does it weigh after you've stripped it? And how are you going to strip it? So that's what this video is going to be. I ain't got machinery to strip that. Got to be by hand. The reason this has come about is because tomorrow, oh, go on, I'll show you. You know, we had all this lot out the other day and made loads of space. Well, everything else expanded to fill the space. But I did get everything sorted in order. So I've got tub of singles, bag of singles, sack of singles, another sack of singles, and yeah, and it goes on and on with all my brass and my tub. My tub overfloweth with brass. So I spent all week stripping cables. There's more over there, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about if I'm going to the anvil yard tomorrow, I may as well make myself a little bit of space, strip and take that, because this is what I've got. Ooh, look, the big copper sausage. Well, we all love a copper sausage, don't we? So the scales are there because we're going to weigh that. And then we're going to weigh the copper we get out after we've stripped it. I'll also weigh that lot, but that's the video. Strip that. Ooh. Strip that because it's chunky. And then weigh it after we've stripped it. Well, whilst we've got the scales out, it would be rude not to know what I'm taking. Give me a rough idea. I mean, I'm going to guess you lot are not going to believe me. You're going to think I've already weighed it, but hand on heart I haven't. Can't put my hand on my heart when I'm holding the phone with this hand and I'm holding my bag with that hand. Ooh, he has an hard one, 18 kilograms. Look at that, 20. You're not far off. You're not far off, Ian. Tell you what. Well, you know what it's like. You're picking stuff up day in and day out. You certainly get a feel for what things weigh. At the same time, when you're eyeballing stuff and you're going, yeah, I think there's so much. There's a ton there, 2 ton, 3 ton, whatever, and you get the feel for it. Literally, the feel for it. How are we going to do this? Well, I don't think that will handle it as it is. So it's a Stanley knife job. So we've gone and dug out a variety of Stanley knives, literally. Stanley knife. Stanley knife. A Draper box cutter. I like this one because you just press the blade like that. Just press that to change the blade. Oh, these are the blades I've been taking out. Whoa, you've done some stripping in your time here, haven't you? Yeah, worn as buggery. Many years ago, I am talking 20 years ago, a rep came to work and offered me these Irwin, double the lifetime, double the durability, double the sharpness, whatever. Never, because they were so special, I've never used them. So I've pulled one of these Irwin blades out to stick it in. Ah, that first blood to the scrap gods. Here, duh. They're not even open. Look, I've not even opened them. Hang on. Just suck the blood out. I'm going to stick that in there. I'm going to open one of them. And just now, I need to lower my blood pressure. And fucking sticking yourself with a Stanley pointed sharpie thing lowers your blood pressure, doesn't it? Because your blood leaks out. I'm going to sort that out a second and let's get set up. Right, I've still never sorted my tripod out, so I've still got me me adjustable micrometer stand with me phone holder. Then I don't know, something MBA thread with a M6 bolt roughly screwed in it, which still leaves it a little slack. I know there's lots of people who've offered to fix that for me. I'll get round to it eventually. Don't go high enough, so I've got a big piece of box section. It's magnetic. We will do our best to give you the best shots we can. Just let me sort this out. Okay, so now where are we up to? Bit of masking tape and weigh this. Between 10 and 15. That's 50%, isn't it? Let's go for 12. What's that say? 10, 14. So it seems like I'm consistently 2 kilos under, and I'm guessing. Okie doke, okie doke, okie doke. Keep your fingers away from the sharp end, Ian. Yeah, videoing. Would you like to be a star on it, dear?
No, not way out.
Darling, you always look beautiful in my eyes. I'm sure the people on YouTube wouldn't mind what you was wearing, darling. What did he say? The baggiest, comfiest.
Clothes on because it's hot.
I'm gonna have to cut you off there. Well, without doubt, when you've unrolled that, that's a big one, isn't it? Hey, should I measure it? Get a tape measure and measure it. So my tape measure, which goes to 5 metres, isn't quite long enough, not far off, but nearly there. So let's go to, I don't know, pick something. I can't reckon up, so you know I can't reckon up. So let's pick an even number and go into the middle of that 213, and reading the tape measure upside down is 1 metre 24. Right, so we'll do some inches and some millimetres and meters and things. Well, here we are in the shed, and I'm melted, absolutely melting. So, listen, I'll admit it, I'm a dinosaur. Moo. You're gonna go. I know you're gonna say, hey, that's a cow. You don't know what dinosaurs sounded like. They had 4 legs. Dinosaur had 4 legs. They could have eaten. They had horns. Dinosaurs had horns. Right. They could easily have sounded like a cow. Enough said. Is that? Oh, just show me keyboard. It annoys every day, Solars. Right. I've had to go on here and Google metric conversion church calculators. I also did a little course on simple addition for dummies. Me. But all to no avail. Pen, paper, and my 5 metre 16 foot tape measure, which wasn't big enough. So just as I was about to do all the mathematics and conversions, I found a 7.5 metre tape measure. It's upside down. That's not 5.7, that's 7.5, which means I could fully extend it to 4 metres plus 1 metre 24, 124, giving me 202 inches and several bits. But I'm sure you lot will forgive me if I go straight to 17 foot. What's that much between friends? Sorry. Well, after that interlude of juvenile humour, we did some serious mathematics and we got down to 5.124 metres. Oh, 17 foot less a bit. For you purists, it's 201 inches, 3/4 and 1 dash. Or 5 yards and some. Right, that's all you're getting. Honestly, that's all you're getting. It's big. It was bigger than my tape measure. Right, Sir Galahad, how are we doing? We shall let you know. We're going to strip some wire, okay? going to put some music on while we strip wire. So we have put YouTube on. And who pops up? It's Nora. And there we go for oldest classics. Do you know Nora? Northern Ohio Railroad Action. Yeah, he's part of the group. We do know him. Big shout out to Nora. Right, let's scroll down. Oh, that's the Machete Man. That's going to be a wannabe scrapper. I'm going to get shouted there. Could be Scrap It All. Not certain. Who's that? Somebody sieving. I recognise that block, that shiny bench. That is Night Scrapper. I've no sound on, by the way. So who are we going to have? Who are we going to have? Ali Mac. CCR. Well, why not? Would be rude not to. Right, okay folks, enough fun and frivolities. So, Ian's on his knees, in his dirty knees. And we are going to, well basically we're just going to slice along that. I don't know how it's going to go. I've used this for donkey's years, but it's getting so it's the ends don't squeeze in so much these days. So it's worn, it's old and it's worn. Well, you can tell it's old and it's worn. It was red. So throughout this slitting experience, you might catch me changing knives until I feel what's comfortable. Right. Bet you put you on that. See how we do. Right, well listen, I'm not Night Scrapper or Ali Mac for that matter. I have to do all my filming on my own. So go on, get a grip and when you put your blade in there, you have a choice of two positions. You can have a big stick out or a little stick out. I prefer a little stick out because sometimes when the big stick out, I've snapped it in half. So little stick out, apply some pressure, brand new blade. This blade's 20 odd years old though, and let's we were going to go. Let's have a look at the geometry of that. It's thinner on top of one of the cores and goes in, but I know that the cores will actually twist round as you go through, so it doesn't really bleeding matter where you start. Just stick it in and that wasn't an orgasm, that's easy, that is. Drag it up a bit. Oh, I can't drag that up. No, right, I'm not dragging up. I'm going to go backwards. Nothing wrong with going backwards. Oh. That's hard. I can see as I'm going along. Oh, my poor knees. It's quite pretty easy, to be honest. Right. Strangely enough, that was easy, yet harder than what I thought, if you can understand what I mean. Stay to them knees. Oh my goodness. Right, so the next thing is take the inner cores out. Okay. So having split everything, all we need to do now is to take the inner cores out. That's always better off with a oh. I can't bash it. There we go. Oh, that will split it. Oh. Oh, look at all this chalk that's coming out. All this chalk coming out. It's going. Means I'm going to have to hose the guarding down afterwards. Well, I shall continue and pull my length out. Which is well, it hurt actually. Oh, look at all this mess. Right. That gives us this. Right. We've got some sort of non-wiry thing in the middle. Could be cardboard, could be paper, could be some sort of plasticky stuff. But it's all got to be untwined, and then we'll see if we can get that through the wire machine. Otherwise, it will be a manual hand strip. It's that round. Yeah. You twist it round when you pull it out. It doesn't leave the little bits in there. Right. Let me cut a bit off. Try it in the wire machine. Okay, folks. After that, we cut a length off with the Aldi cordless 40-volt angle grinder. I tell you what, that thing has never let me down. I know people have slagged it, but never let me down. Right, I've got one of these. This was sent to me by a subscriber. Can't thank him enough. I was against these forever and a day. I've seen the light. You know I've seen the light. I'm a convert. Right, I've got it stuck on with the Aldi 40-volt cordless drill. There's a I've got it on a low speed, but it's a bit fast to go through. However, we work our way around that. So you got one of these things, you've not got the automatic one, you know, the one with loads of different holes preset. You've got to continually adjust this to be just right. That's the only downfall about these things. You've got to grade your wire, so putting your same thickness through all the time. Right, okay. Cut to length. I tend to just put it on, wheel it down until it just touches, run it through a bit. Have a look. So that much comes out. You can see it's just a faint line. Tighten it up a bit more, and you can start seeing the lines getting deeper. A little bit more, you're actually getting a cut. You go a bit more, the deepest, you know. So what are we there? Oh, 10 inches. So we're 10 inches, and we're now starting to get a decent cut. But because the way the wire inside is helical, you're always going to get these equidistant bits of wire, of sheathing, where the blade has got nothing to press against. the end of the day, that blade is pressing against the copper underneath, and something has to give, and it's the plastic sheathing. When it twists round, there's a gap, and you don't get the cut. You wind it down a little bit more, and eventually the cuts get the I don't know what word to call those. If it was in your laser in metal, they're the old ones. Anyway, as you tie deeper and deeper, you finally get to next to nothing. You could rip that through anyway, but that next little couple of thou turn gets you all the way straight through to the core. Once you've got it dialed in, you tighten your nuts up. No innuendo there. And it's dialed in. So we'll now get a full length, shove it straight through, see what happens. Well, I can't deny it, but that peeled off like a dream. Now, I've just wrapped it round and made a hoop. But you know, a couple of centuries ago, no, a couple of millennia ago, that would have been made out of gold, and it would have been a Viking torque, and it would have been given to all the Vikings who fought well in battles, and they've had a few of these all up their arms. However, it's not a Viking tort, or Celtic tort even. It's copper! And it goes in my sack. I'm going to be getting my big lengths and running them straight through. See you shortly. We're cramped, we're tight, but we got a little space to work. And we're going to bash them through there. What have we got out? We'll make some more torts, bang them in there, we'll weigh it at the end, and then what was left on the floor. I ain't taking you through the whole lot, just a little bit. Right, so there we go, warts and all. Because when you're stripping this stuff, believe it or not, it's still metal, and it sticks in you, and it hurts. I might have hands like leather, but after all, my job is pushing a mouse about, and they're not as hard as this should be. For all you ladies, I've got reasonably soft hands. Right, we've got it set up. We're going to stick an end in. We're just going to look at that and go, hey, a little bit more. Once we start getting that split that doesn't cut in the copper, otherwise I'm going to get shards and shards and shards of bits. Maybe just wind it back a bit. It's a very fine line between, well, you know what I mean. So, that'll do it for me. Obviously, when you get to the end, you can't hold it as firm as you'd like. So you better go back to the beginning. Once I've got it dialed in properly, it won't be a problem. You split it. I love to give it a bit of a twist just to tie those end bits in. Right, and that's it. It just pulls apart. That's it. Fucking, are you serious? Are you serious? Oh. Ah, bloody hell it happened. Remember folks, copper is metal. Metal is sharp. Can be sharp. Scrap gods demand the sacrifice. Well, that's the last of the torps. Oh, those stop bleeding. We'll weigh that, as we said, then we'll look at the other stuff. Before we do that, where are we? 9 p.m. So we've been at this 2 hours. Now, we've been listening to Smokey in between. Well, let me tell you, when you're filming for YouTube, everything you do takes 3-4 times as long. What we do for you. There's a bit of me in it as well, I guess. But so there's this sack of what I've just done. That's what I've got yet to do. Next to nothing. I'll show you that very briefly. We've got a garden full. It's not a garden, is it? It's a yard. A yard full of chalk. The missus will kill me. She'll have me guts for me garters if that's still there in the morning. So it's a horsepipe jobby. Once I've done that, onto that, and done them. Anyway, what we need to know is, revising the figures, it was 13 kilograms on a closer inspection. What does it weigh now? Without much of ado, we have got bang on a stone, whatever a stone weighs. So let's put a bit of weight on that. So whatever a stone weighs, which is on the red side is 5, 6 and a bit. 5 at 6, 6.5 kilos, I would say. On the positive side, 7 kilos. Let's get the garden. You know, we're 9 p.m. in the evening. Still haven't emptied the card yet. So 13 kilos unstripped. There it is in the recycling bin. Get loads of comments about saying, well, it shouldn't be commercial waste, you know, in your recycling bin. It's plastic. It's a plastic recycling bin. It's getting recycled into plasticky bits. Right. What I said, 13. We're now, did I say 6.5 or 7? But around there. So near just over half. We've lost just over half in weight in plastic. But let's say, I don't know. What did we say? 5, 6. Let's go for 6 kilos, including the sack. No, 6 and a bit kilos, not the sack off. 6 kilos. What we're talking? We're at least £6.20 last week. We'll only know tomorrow what the price is tomorrow. So let's call it £6. 6 is a £36 plus 6 20 pences, £1.20, 36, £37.20. Hopefully it's risen a little bit, but so we're talking about 37 to 38 English pounds, not weight, money. Which tells me that £36, £36 in English money. Well, look, what does that spanner? What did that spanner cost me? Well, it cost me nothing. I got it when my company went bust, and it fell in my toolbox. That's all I'm going to say. What would it cost to replace? We'll finish the weighing and stripping. We'll come back to that. Right, what have actually we got left to strip? Well, this stuff and some pretty thick, pretty thick cable. Look at the state of them hands. If I go in the shower tonight, she is gonna bollock me. Oh, look at that blood. I'm just gonna strip that. No, honestly, we are getting the. So this is the length, the last of the just the long lengths. All I've got to do now is let's try this a different track with the camera on the hammer, of course. Voila. How hard would it be if you took your knife and your Stanley knife? I don't know. Just as easy, I think. As you're going along, it wants to follow the helical. Just as easy, I reckon. Easy peasy. Right, let's get this little bit lot done here. Oh, stuff hammers. Yeah, stuff hammers. It's getting late in the evening and it's just quicker with a Stanley knife and a little bit of a bash and you get it out like that. Right. Oh, armoured cable. So that's just ruined the edge of my Stanley knife because it's run against this galvanised iron. Get in there and die, you bitch. Anyway, have a knife. Isn't that a beautiful sight? I'm going to carry on with the rest of this. Yes. Yes. I can see your movement. Right. Well, that was the very last piece. Voila! What did it weigh? Oh, that's a nice handful, but stuff me sideways. It's almost cowboy time. 10 to 10. 10 to 10? Yeah. 10 to 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 10. You've got to be of a certain age to understand that. This is the last of the copper I got, which was in that pile there. Oh, just stick it in there, Ian. I'm not happy. Not happy at all. Hang on a second. Well, you're going to have to forgive the heavy breathing, though. I had to take it off, jumping on it a few times and consolidate it. But end of the day, what we got is a little under 2 stone. A smidgen over 10 kilos. So let's look where that is. It's bang on 2 equals 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 kilos. Oh, my kiddie aunt. Was that worth it? 14 kilos of copper. Well, ladies and gents, folks off YouTube, this video it is a bust. Why? Because I don't know what my scale is weighing. So we started off and I weighed something and I put it on and I weighed something and I said I got this and I got that. And then I think we was at, if I was right, we was at 13 kilograms before I did all the loose stuff. Okay, so I took this and I stuck it on. There we go, 0. I stuck it on there. We got 9. We've got 8 kilograms. So I've got way less than what I ordered after I've done all that work. So I can't trust that. So I got the house scales out. Okay. They're on 0 kilograms. And I've got to take that. And I've got to put that on there. Which gives me 11.9. Let's call it 12. 12 kilograms. There's something afoot. I've got all this mess to clean up. And the math don't add up right. Stuff me sideways. Do you want to add insult to injuries? I haven't even emptied the car for tomorrow. Oh, well, stuff me sideways. What are we? 20 to 11 in the evening. Okay. So I've showered, so I'm nice and clean. There's that bit of a scratch. Not eating my tea yet. I've got my coleslaw, we got my pizza. Finally, I can sit down. And I'm sure that simple man will agree. Right, here we go. 2 hours worth of editing. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning, folks off YouTube. And as you can tell, it's the day after. I'll tell you what, that chalk's still lying around. Okay, I left last night. That was doing me head in because I think the scales are now untrustworthy. Got that on there and we're at 1 stone, 14 pounds. So 6 point something kilograms. According to that, yeah, it's 6 kilograms. But it feels a lot heavier than 6 kilograms. I think I did this last night. Put that up there. And we're almost 12 kilograms. A bit hanging off actually. 11.9 kilograms. So we'll call it 12 kilograms. Just got the price off earlier this morning. £6,200 a tonne, or £6.20 a kilogram. So 12 kilograms, £72, £75 in that bag. Not too shabby. So what I need to do is find out how much a rental cost. Right, so I wasn't happy with that at all. So I took all the thin stuff out, well, I'm saying thin stuff, compared to that big thick cable I stripped. Because I want to know, and answer the question is, what weight did I get out of it? Seeing that I can't trust those scales, which means I can't trust what it weighed at the beginning. It's a shame. It was heavy. It was round about 25 kilos, something like that. And we stripped it and we got 7.4 kilograms of wire, of Burberite wire from the big thick cable. 7.4 kilograms. Right, I had a few pieces left over I didn't see, and I've already stripped them, added to that. We'll add that to that and reweigh. Well, look at that, it's almost cowboy time. 10 to 10. We're almost 24 hours later than we finished off. We've been to the yard, we've weighed in. We got £6.20 a kilogram. Right, I did end up by saying, let's do some maths. Right, quick look back, it was 12.7 kilogram. I found a little bit more stuff. I didn't weigh it, added it. I'm saying I didn't show it to you, but it did come up to roughly another kilogram. So we're going to round it up to 14 kilograms because we did have a little bit of brass as well. And well, that's multiplied by £6.20 a kilogram that we got, giving us £86.80 payout for the trade. Right, let's put that to one side. Where's it gone? Google. We've Googled a 24-inch adjustable spanner. We've got veritable things. We've got what we got on there, a second-hand one for £10. But having flicked through, it seems that the average price, is coming out round about £23, £24, £25. But we will end up by saying, £23.89, £30. So let's do this in our head. I made 86 quid. If I want to go out and buy a spanner, brand spanking new, it's going to cost me £30. So that means I'm £58 up. But I'm not really, am I? Because take out all the filming, it would have taken me an hour at least to strip that cable. I got something, I didn't get Burberite wire, I got given some cable to strip. Let's say it took an hour. How much of my time is an hour worth? Well, in the UK, minimum working time is wage is £10.60. But then you're going to knock off, tax and stuff like that. But let's say, well, we're working at home. Difficult to say. I'm going to say, then I want £15 an hour. So it was £86, weren't we? So we're going to knock off £15. So that makes it, so 71 quid. And then we want to buy a new spanner. It's going to cost us 30 quid. Pounds, 40, so 40 quid-ish. And I made £86. So ballpark figure, I made around about £40 on that transaction. Which ain't too shabby, really. for a tool that I did use but only used twice a year. That's a winner. Right, Ian and his shed, a video 2 days in the making. See you all in the next one. Take care now.